Shalom Yasharala, all praises and glory goes to our mighty power Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and salutations unto the legman that's feeding the sheep of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, in sincerity and truth with this great gospel that's coming out of our Bible. And as you see on the screen, it says faith through the fire. Faith through the fire. And that's where your faith is going to be shown once you go through that fire. Right, you have to go through the fire. A lot of people, they don't want to go through the fire. They don't want to go through the trials. They don't want to go through the tribulations. But guess what? They want to be saved. They want to be delivered. They want to be seen in the sight of the Most High as somebody who's worthy to be delivered in the times of tribulation. But guess what? They don't want to go through the fire. They don't want to lose things. They don't want to sacrifice things for the Lord. Right? They're still holding on to this society. Right? They still love this world. They're still in this world. Right? Their minds. Right? Their thoughts, the way they operate. Right? But guess what? The Lord, we're in the times of a division and separation, right? The Lord is separating his elect from this society. The Lord is removing his elect from the mind thoughts of the way this world works, right? We're no longer depending on that fake ass Christianity or the religions of this world. We're calling on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We're no longer putting our trust in man and putting our trust in arms and putting our trust in Federal Reserve notes. We're putting our trust in who Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. I'm going to read the book of Ecclesiasticus. We're going to go to chapter 2 and 1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, Yahweh, prepare thy soul from temptation." Right? Once you come into this truth, prepare to be tempted. Prepare to be tried. Prepare for hardship. Prepare for your woman to leave. Prepare for your family to turn against you. Prepare for you lose your job. Prepare for your car to break down. Prepare for all kind of hell to come upon you. Right, it says, "My son, if thou come to serve Yahweh, the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make no haste in the time of trouble." Here you are, you fighting hard for the Lord, but your life is fucked up, right? You can't get ahead. You're not supposed to get ahead. You're just supposed to maintain. You're supposed to maintain, right? The Lord gave us our daily bread. The Lord is keeping us stable for what? For what? Salvation. Right, because your mind gotta be set in the times of what all hell breaking loose, no food, you don't live in that house no more. You don't live in that apartment no more. You might be living in your car. You might be living in the forest somewhere, hiding somewhere in some building, right? Because they're gonna try to force the chip on people. Right, they're gonna force people to go to war. They're gonna do all type of things. All hell gonna break loose in America, right? This society you're looking at is about to dissolve and fall into a free fall, right? All hell about to break loose. It says, "Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. Make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end," right? Because that's when you're going to be increased at the last end, after you done showed your faith through that fire, right? You done made it through that fire, man. You showed the Lord you was faithful, and guess what? The increase is what? Salvation, deliverance. Right, deliverance from this destruction that's fucking coming. Right, the Lord keeping your mind stable. Right, knowledge, wisdom, and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Right, these things written aforetime is written for you to be stable in the times to come. Because you already been talking about the collapse. You already been talking about all hell breaking loose. So now it's about to fucking happen. It says, "Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate." Because that's what's gonna happen when you're tried. You're gonna be brought to a low estate. Right, you're gonna lose things. Right? One day you're going to feel young, the next day you're going to feel like an old ass man, because the Lord's going to bring all type of pressure upon you, just to see if you're going to make it, just to see if you don't break, right? It says, "Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate, for gold is tried in fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity." Where is acceptable men about to go through? The furnace of adversity, the furnace of adversity. And that's what's coming. Bad times, hard times, Jacob's trouble. And you being in this truth, you already feel like you're in a state of trouble. That's why you're always calling on the Lord for help. If you ain't praying to the Lord, calling on the Lord for help, you ain't in the right spirit. Right? It says you have to go through it in order to get through it. Stay in and fight. I'm going to read it again. You have to go through it in order to get through it. You have to go through it in order to get through it. Stay in and fight. You got to stay in and fight. Because, hey, what the Bible said, more evils than what you see is about to come on this fucking earth. When this society collapses, when people start losing their minds, you're gonna be like, man, damn, oh shit, we was prophesying about this. So if this is happening, this is where the Lord protects us. This is where the Lord gives us strength. This is the Lord show his spirit through his men, right? That's when we gonna shine, when all fucking hell break loose, when this society goes into a free fall and these people turn on each other. That's when we gonna stay calm, relaxed, and we gonna focus on who? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We're gonna constantly call on the Lord. It says constantly endure. Because you're gonna have to endure in the times that's coming. The dollar's about to die, right? It's about to become a digital thing where they're gonna force it in your ass, your hand or your forehead, and what, are you gonna take it? Are you gonna take the chip, or are you gonna continue to trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua? Let's go to the book of Acts 14, verse 22. And it reads, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of the Most High, right? Confirming the souls of the disciples. Who are the disciples? The Israelites, right? The Israelites that believe and push this gospel, and it trickles down to the one third of Israel, right? The elect of Israel. You're gonna go through it. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhort them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of the Most High. Yeah, you're gonna have to go through it to make it through it, right? The book of Matthew 24 and 21. It says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be. And you think you're going to be able to escape what's coming, right? It says through much tribulation, and we're coming to the time where it says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. Think about all the fucking horror that done happened on earth through history, right? Collapse of the Roman Empire, that was all hell breaking loose. The end of the Dark Ages, Esau Renaissance coming through the earth, killing and stealing and destroying. That ain't nothing compared to what the Lord's about to set on earth, right? It says they shall be as like mad men, sparing none, right? They ain't gonna spare nothing. It says the enemy about to come in as a flood, right? For then shall be great tribulation. If you think things is bad right now, just wait till the fucking collapse happen. Right? All them stupid motherfuckers who done left the truth and went back into the world, the Lord got something special for their retarded asses. And one thing they going to remember before they die, they going to remember who Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Right? For the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Let's go to 2 Ezra 16, and we're going to start at verse 35. It says, hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of Yahweh, ye servants of the Lord, right? You putting in the work for the Lord, you believing in the Lord, right? You trusting in the Lord, you calling upon the Lord, right? It says, hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold, the world the Lord received it, believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues, right? It says, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. You know how women going through the pain, and the closer she gets to birth, the worse the pains get, the increase of the pains. That's like the collapse of the society. The closer of the coming of Yahushua is the worse this place is going to get, right? I'm reading again. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringing forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. And the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side, right? So imagine a woman in her last month. She like, ooh, she getting fucked up, left, ooh. Every day the Lord messing her up. She getting beat up in the stomach, the pains, her pussy vaginal area hurting, the baby is ready to come out, right? Just like in this society, the Lord is ready to come and destroy this place and take it over. That's what's about to happen. It says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. And the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Right? It's going to get so bad, you're going to have to be like a pilgrim, right? You can't just stay in one place, right? You're going to be moving around. You're going to become like a traveler. It says pilgrim. A person traveling to a holy place as a penance, or to discharge some vow or religious obligation, or seeking some miracle or spiritual benefit. Also, a traveler, generally a wayfarer, from Old French pèlerin, pilgrim, a crusader, a foreigner, a stranger. You're going to become a stranger in another city. You're going to become a foreigner in another state. You're going to have to flee from certain areas, man, if you want to survive, man. The Lord told you in them evils be as pilgrims. No, I'm going to stay here and I'm going to survive. I'm going to get my guns, I'm going to get my canned foods, and I'm going to live in my house, and we're going to survive. No, man. The Lord already told you the plan. That's why it says, lean not unto your own understanding. Lean not unto your understanding, man, because the Lord ain't with a motherfucker who's following after his own mind, his own heart, right? That person is going to lead to destruction. I'm going to finish with Proverbs 3 and 5. It says, trust in Yahweh with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Right? The Lord's going to lead you to safety. The Lord's going to lead you to away from danger, because these cities about to become dangerous. Right? No food, no police, no security, no safety, no lights, no running water. Right? All hell breaking loose. It's called SHTF. It says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear Yahweh, and depart from evil. It shall be health to thy navel, and marrow to thy bones. Right? Because anything else is how they say, uncivilized, and it's going to lead to what your demise.